So, you know how Hunter Biden came out and basically admitted that the laptop was his? Well, apparently, that is not enough to convince some people that it's not Russian disinformation. Folks, this is The Brink. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like me and you like what we do here. And if you love it, you can also become a Daily Caller Patriot. And remember, Christmas is coming up. The holiday season is here. This is the gift that keeps on giving. So there's a link in the description below. So former CIA Director Leon Panetta said on Fox News that he doesn't regret signing on to the Hunter Biden laptop letter, which dismissed the laptop as Russian disinformation.
And frankly, I haven't seen any evidence from any intelligence agency that that was not the case.
You don't think that it was real?
I think that disinformation is involved here.
Now, just to be clear, Hunter's attorneys literally admit in 2023 that the laptop is his. The Daily Caller and other outlets have had experts look at the laptop and say, yep, it's his. And a lot of us have also seen the contents of the laptop and all said, yep, that's Hunter, right? So everyone but the former CIA director can distinguish between Russian disinformation and a man who literally admits that the laptop is his. Seems like we all need to get like some kind of pay raise, or he needs a pay downgrade, or to be ignored. And as Israel continues to try and fight Hamas, guess who's likely bankrolling the terrorist organization? China. So foreign policy and energy experts explained to the Daily Caller News Foundation that Iran's oil revenues have actually increased since Biden took office, despite U.S. sanctions. And why is that? Because China's oil purchases have also significantly increased. How convenient is that? So Iran can now take this money and go fund terrorist organizations worldwide because Biden has been weak on enforcing the sanctions. At least that's what Jason Brodsky told the Daily Caller News Foundation. Now, of course, the Biden administration denies this, but this is also the same administration that unfroze $6 billion just before Hamas attacks Israel.
That money can be refrozen at any time.
Doesn't it seem like a good time to do that?
We won't hesitate to make that decision if we feel we need to.
And then John Kirby says, well, we can't 100% rule out that Iran helped Hamas carry out this attack, so
Hamas wouldn't have been able to function at all had it not been for propping up by the Iranian regime.
And what would our media world be without left-wing corporate media shilling for men who are mentally ill and believe that they're women? So the Washington Post tweets this. A 21-year-old University of Wyoming student was looking for a community. Instead, she faced death threats, a federal lawsuit, and an attempt to kick her out. Now, that would be heart-wrenching if it were true. But what they really meant to say was that Artemis Langford is actually a dude who kept getting boners while he watched sorority girls change. So the girls filed a lawsuit against the University of Wyoming saying, hey, we have a peeping Tom here who is staring at us and getting erections, and it makes us uncomfortable. And now he is the victim and they're the villains. Make it make sense. Now, President Joe Biden, he has a challenger. No, it's not RFK Jr., and it's not Gavin Newsom, who's too scared to run, apparently. No, it's Cenk Uygur, who isn't even eligible to run because, wait for it, he was born in Turkey. But he's trying to convince you that he actually is eligible. Otherwise, it's discrimination. So the Young Turks genius tweeted that apparently it's, quote, a little more complicated than just knowing that you have to be a natural-born citizen to be president. He then goes on to say that the Supreme Court has, quote, already ruled naturalized citizens have the same rights as natural-born citizens. And look, he's right. In part. There's a case, Schneider v. Rusk, and it says that all citizens are to be treated equally under the law. But it makes one exception. The only difference drawn by the Constitution is that only the natural-born citizen is eligible to be president. And again, even if you don't want to take, the Constitution or the Supreme Court at face value, and I'm talking to you, Cenk, then you can look back at some of the founders' writings. That's the beauty of history. It's all there for us, right? So our first ever Chief Justice, John Jay, he wrote to George Washington back in 1787 that it would be wise to have, quote, a strong check to the admission of foreigners into the administration of our national government, and to declare expressly that the command-in-chief of the American army shall not be given to, nor devolve on, any but a natural-born citizen. And if 3 examples weren't enough for you, I'll give you a 4th. Alexander Hamilton, he wrote in a draft constitution that, quote, no person shall be eligible to the office of the President of the United States unless he be now a citizen of one of the states or hereafter be born a citizen of the United States. But yeah, Cenk, he is definitely smart enough to run a country that he wasn't even born in. Make it make sense, right? Folks, that's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more On the Brink.